You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes! We're doing some huge things here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the Doug Stewart Show, and the biggest thing being broadcasting other shows. That's right, we're executive producing other shows and playing them on my network. You may have a fantastic show or podcast, but do you have listeners? We got listeners. Over 9,000 followers to the Doug Stewart Show on the Spreaker platform, as well as over 200,000 plus listens to the network itself. So here's what you do. Go to Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com, and search the Doug Stewart Show or Stewart Media and Entertainment and get all the details. Or just hit up the producer, Tree at TheDougStewartShow.com. That's spelled Trei. Tree at TheDougStewartShow.com, and come and do business with us on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yes! From sporting events, concerts, and plays, Gistix has the best tickets for them all. The owner, a veteran and military spouse, founded the company set on delivering affordable prices for all the top events. Also, they sell 100% authentic signed memorabilia and quality fan merchandise. It's a one-stop shop for fans. Gistix was founded in 2014 by 4 fun people with military and DoD backgrounds that are fans of everything entertainment. They work hard at helping fans like us discover tickets for live entertainment at a great price, providing hard-to-find authentic sports items and merchandise. And they offer Easter eggs that give fans additional opportunities to purchase unique items. Active and non-military members receive an additional discount on event tickets and fan merchandise items as a thank you for your service. Again, Gistix is founded by fans, and they listen to other fans to understand the importance of service, price, and quality across the board for entertainment, memorabilia, and merchandise. Check them out at Gistix.com, spelled Gistix.com. Again, Gistix.com. That's Gistix.com.
Doctor, this is the mayor talking.
All right.
Doctor,
Come on, what?
always do the right thing.
If you came here to hear for fake, you are in the wrong place. We are for real around here. We keeps it real. This is the Doug Stewart Show, the livest, the realest, the trillest sports talk show in America. Are you not entertained? This is Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce, the Doug Stewart Show. Yes! Game time. Game time! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's happening? Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Throwback Thursday, and oh boy, we're going to have a lot of fun today, as we usually do every single day, Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the Doug Stewart Show. Bring that beat back one more time. Bring it back. Yes, sir. Some happy New Yorkers today. Yeah. We're going to talk about the Mets, man. This version of the amazing Mets. Thank you so much for joining your boy on the Doug Stewart Show. This is the realest, trillest, most fun-filled 2 hours in sports and entertainment once again right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Thank you for joining your boy. If you're new to the show, thank you for tuning in. You deserve a round of applause. You found us. It took a long time, but you found us. You did. I mean, it took long enough. I mean, hell, we've been doing this for over a year now. Almost a year and a month, or maybe even a little bit longer than a year and a month, man. So we have the greatest time around here. Just ask somebody in the chat room. They'll tell you. I mean, just ask somebody. Speaking of which, follow the show on Spreaker.com. Hit the little follow button on Spreaker.com. We are coming up on a tremendous milestone as far as Spreaker's concerned. We're about to hit our 10,000 follower mark. Yes, sir. Oh, praise his holy name. So add on to that. Follow the show on Spreaker.com. Also download the app, the DougStewartShow.com and Stewart Media and Entertainment from your iTunes store, from your App Store, wherever. And you have a couple of different ways to listen to the show. But Spreaker.com is cool. Follow the show. Download the app. And then hit the little chat bubble. The chat bubble in there. You'll be introduced to a whole new world of listeners, and I call them the Stewies, the people, the inhabitants are the Stewies, and they reside in a place called the Fantasy Island of Sports and Guy Chat. Yes! Good morning, Stewies! Good morning. All right, so what we do around here, man, is we have a lot of fun. We talk about sports, but we do it in kind of a Doug Stewart style of way. We do top fives, kind of like little poll things, Dougie Dailies. We talk about birthdays. Music is a huge part of this show. Every once in a while, I'll even sing for you. That's right. You heard me correct. If you're new to the show, you did hear me correctly. And the studio audience has come around. Studio audience originally weren't much fans of my singing, but they've come around. I put in a lot of hard work, man, to become an accomplished singer. I mean, so I started out already with the talent, the God-given talent, but I've worked on my craft over the last couple of months, and now I'm one of the best, I think, in America to sing. And so every once in a while, I'll even do that, and obviously we talk about the sports. Speaking of which, today, I'm going to talk about the Mets, the Cavs at full strength again, Brady Hoke flapping his gums. I know. Studio audience like, what? Brady Hoke? Just go sit your ass down somewhere, Brady Hoke. Clinton Portis goes off on a former coach. Jimmer Fredette. Jimmer Fredette is on them streets. Former, what did he play for in college? Did he play for Gonzaga? Former Sacramento King. Just not good right now. But Jimmer Fredette, we'll talk about him in the story. And also, Chloe and Lamar rekindling their love. A freaking sham. Is it a sham, or am I just very, very skeptical, you know? I'm sure you heard about that story, so we can talk about that as well. Got to get to some Empire conversation today. A lot of stuff we got to do, man, and it's so tough to do it in 2 hours, but trust me, we do our best to get it done. This is the Doug Stewart Show. You can give the show a call, old school style. That still works around here, at 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Today, before I jump into to sports and to the Mets a little bit here, today is another big day, man. We're always having these big days. We are always having these big days. So, a while back, it's been a couple of months now, we started doing this thing where we're broadcasting other shows, and that's always been the goal, but we actually put it into play and started broadcasting other shows on the network, the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. So yesterday we had the Kicking It with Kesey show at 2 p.m., and then after that at 3 p.m. we had the Poe Politicking show. Shouts out to those guys. Great shows, phenomenal. All right. So now we've expanded the capacity of what we do around here on the Doug Stewart Show. What we're doing now is we are doing promotional, I guess for lack of a better way. I've been calling them infomercials, and that's kind of what they are, but they're kind of also categorized as promotional interviews. Okay, so if you've got a company out there and you got a great product and you want to get the word out to the masses, you can do it to a large degree with Stewart Media and Entertainment. Once again, we got like 10,000 followers, so people are checking out the show. So once the show goes live, people will, they'll have the opportunity to be alerted, and they can listen. So to give you kind of a head start on getting people the word out about your product. And then also we attach a web address, a URL to the specific show, so you can use it as a marketing tool going forward. Well, today, we have our 2 first promotional interview shows today on the network. Yes, sir! At 2 p.m. today, we're going to talk to the owners of BV Mobile Apps. That's right. They're already one of the sponsors of the Doug Stewart Show. So we're going to talk to my man Gerald Oliveri and Marshall Lyons. They are the owners of BV Mobile Apps. So that's today at 2 p.m. Okay? And then right after that, at 3 p.m., okay? Right after that, at 3 p.m., we're going to talk to AK Equicore. All right, you heard me, AK Equicore. He's a world-class athlete, or was a world-class athlete, and motivational speaker. Real deep story about this guy, man. So very interesting stuff at 3 p.m. today. Check out my man, AK Equicore, at 3 p.m., the first day of promotional interview-type shows here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Praise his holy name. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! We rolling. All right, so I guess you would qualify me as a New York sports fan hater. And today I got to give it up, man. The Knicks, or not the Knicks, the New York Mets, they make it to the World Series, man. Last night, sweeping the Chicago Cubs. Ball award to the Mets, man. The man of the hour, of the day, is Daniel Murphy. You see the title of the show, Daniel Murphy Day, Shawty. Daniel Murphy has done what few players have done ever in postseason play, man. The dude has hit 6 home runs in 6 consecutive games. Ball award to him. That's unbelievable. And you're talking about... Now, I think the only person that's hit more home runs in a postseason, not necessarily back-to-back, is Barry Bonds. I think Barry Bonds had like 8 in the 2002 playoffs. But my gosh, and Daniel Murphy, I think he hit his career high in home runs this year at about 16 or 18 or something like that. So he is playing out of his mind right now. You know about the Mets pitching if you follow baseball. You know about the Mets pitching is just off the chain. DeGrom, Syndergaard, and those guys. Harvey, obviously, the Dark Knight they call them. So they're just phenomenal. And once again, if you're a Cubs fan, I know my man Vince from Minnesota is a Cubs fan. Vince, I'm sorry, bruh. Once again, the curse of the Billy Coat is biting up on y'all ass. Yes, sir. The curse of the Billy Goat lives on. And Joe Madden, fantastic manager, man. The Cubs had a tremendous year. Theo Epstein is doing his magic in Chicago, the same magic he did in Boston where they won the couple of World Series. But once again, another day, another dollar short, I think is the way that darn saying goes. And the Cubs, once again, getting their asses nibbled on by the curse of the Billy Goat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So congratulations to the Mets fan. I know my man Jersey Vern. I know he's probably a Yankee fan because he's a front runner. But I guess to anybody that's from the state of New York and you follow the Mets, or if you're just from New York in general, man, congratulations. You're going to take on probably Kansas City in the American League right now, who has a 3-2 lead over the Toronto Blue Jays. Goes back to Kansas City. We'll see what happens with that. But the Mets are in, man. Congratulations to the Mets. What, the amazing Mets are 69 and what? Last time the Mets won a World Series was 86, so they got a shot. All right, when we get back from the break, man, we'll start reading some of your chat. We'll take your calls if we have any. We'll do what we do around here on the Doug Stewart Show, is have fun and talk about sports and entertainment and all of that stuff. All right, we'll get into all that conversation. Oh, yeah, and the Cavaliers, man, they back at full strength just in time for the start of the season. We'll talk about that up next on the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. In life, things happen, good and bad. Being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! We're doing some huge things here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the Doug Stewart Show, and the biggest thing being broadcasting other shows. That's right, we're executive producing other shows and playing them on my network. You may have a fantastic show or podcast, but do you have listeners? We got listeners. Over 9,000 followers to the Doug Stewart Show on the Spreaker platform, as well as over 200,000 plus listens to the network itself. So here's what you do. Go to Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com, and search the Doug Stewart Show or Stewart Media and Entertainment and get all the details. Or just hit up the producer, Tree, at TreeAtTheDougStewartShow.com. That's spelled Trei. Tree at TheDougStewartShow.com, and come and do business with us on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yes!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your number one advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. October 22nd, 2015. What up, Stewies? Thank you so much for joining your boy. Don't forget, Saturday morning, the return of the Two Live Stews continues. Yes! Yes! Yes, sir. 640 WGST right here in the ATL. 11 a.m. Saturday morning. Or you can check us out if you're somewhere else outside of Atlanta. You can check us out online at iHeartRadio.com. I think this is week number 7, man, and every week it gets a little bit more loose and a little bit more loose, and it's sounding more and more like 2005 out of that piece. Where Ryan's just saying all kind of crazy stuff. So make sure you check out the Two Live Stews, the return of the Two Live Stews this Saturday morning on 640 WGST and iHeartRadio. Yes, sir. So a little basketball talk. The season starts. When does the season start? I think the season actually starts. That reminds me. I put out a call the other day for the Stewies to set up a basketball league. I don't think I've gotten anything. You know what? I really haven't checked my email, though. So I think we set up I tried to set up or get one of the Stewies to set up a league for basketball. I absolutely love fantasy basketball. That's obviously my second favorite fantasy sport to play behind football. Baseball ain't bad either. It's just baseball is a grind. So many damn games, so long of a season. But yeah, so let me know in the chat room. And Tree isn't here today, the producer to the show. So I got to go through the chat myself and kind of picked through it and myself. We operating on a low budget around here. We got great quality products, but we operate on a budget. So I'll be reading some of the chat today. Somebody let me know if somebody set up a league, a basketball league, a fantasy basketball league for the Doug Stewart Show. Let me know, man, so I can get in there and get my stuff together, and we can make sure everything's all right with that. But the league is starting up. The season is starting up very soon, and lo and behold, a guy that didn't go to any training camp, none of the off-season workouts or anything like that because he was trying to get a new deal. Tristan Thompson and the Cleveland Cavaliers have agreed on a 5-year, $82 million deal to re-sign with the Cavs. Wow. Yeah. His agent confirmed to the media on yesterday, 5 years, $82 million for Tristan Thompson. Now, listen, I could easily go out here and throw shade on Tristan Thompson, and we did a lot of this when all of these free agent deals were signed over the summer, and it just marvels me, and I guess all you can say is praise God, and I'm sure these guys are saying it, but my gosh, economy is a Mickey-Ficky for a pro athlete. I mean, it's a great, tremendous thing. Inflation is a great, tremendous thing because cats 25 years ago, compared to the price scale or the salary scale in 2015, guys that had much better game, I would say, they probably had to get a job after they retired. A lot of the great players that we remember from yesteryear. And Tristan Thompson, oh, my God, 5 years, $82 million. Hey, congratulations, sir. Congratulations. $16.4 million annually. It's going to make him the 6th highest paid power forward in the NBA, equal to the Golden State Warriors' Draymond Green over the summer. I don't know, Draymond Green and Tristan Thompson, pretty much a coin toss as far as who I would rather have. They kind of do different things. Draymond can step out behind the three-point line and hit some threes. Great defender. He's probably more so of a team leader as well. I probably would rather have Draymond Green, but they're going to be making the same amount of money right now, man. And the Cleveland Cavaliers as an organization is back to full capacity, full strength. You know what happened to Kyrie Irving last year in the playoffs, got the injury, really wasn't a part of the final series in effect. Tristan Thompson, there was some question on whether he would re-sign with the team. They got old punk-ass Matthew Dellavedova back. How much they paying Matthew Dellavedova? And you listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Oh, if you're new to the show, man, I'm not a fan of Matthew Dellavedova. Let me see. And I remember they signed him this summer. And there was some question on whether they were going to bring him back. Here you go. Matthew Dellavedova, 6'4", 198 pounds from St. Mary's, making $1.1 million. $1.1 million a year. $1,147,276. That's what they're paying Matthew Dellavedova. Get it out. So they got the team back, man. They're going to make another run. And Kevin Love's back as well. He didn't play the playoffs as well, or that final series. So they're right now, Vegas is saying is they are the favorites to win the NBA championship. And if they stay healthy, I agree. And I'm not, a Cavaliers fan. I have recently jumped back on the fandom of LeBron James. I was not a fan of LeBron James for many, many years. Shut up. I had my reasons. I'm not going to even get into it. The whole decision and all of that crap and leaving and going to Miami, that's neither here nor there. So I'm back rooting for LeBron James. I think he's a great person. Obviously a fantastic basketball player. Some people would say the best basketball player in the NBA, but not if you ask a lot of NBA officials. I don't know if you saw it yesterday. It came out yesterday or maybe the day before. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. NBA executives asked if they could start their team, who would they start it with? And they said that they would start it with the Davis kid from New Orleans. That's right. Not LeBron James, which is kind of shocking. And I guess when you factor in LeBron James's age and Anthony Davis's youth and how young he is and his upside, I guess I get it. And I don't know. And it's obviously it comes down to Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James. I don't know about Kevin Durant going forward because of that foot injury. Anthony Davis, man, has had a little issues with injury as well. But Anthony Davis, man, the guy played point guard in high school, had this growth spurt. Now he can play power forward. He can play center. He's long as hell. Got a great jump shot. He can shoot threes even, man. In the paint, he got some low post moves. He is like 50 years ahead of punk ass. And I'm not going to call him punk ass because he is from Atlanta. I don't want nobody to step to me in these streets. He is about 50 years more advanced than Dwight Howard is right now. I love his game. Love his game. Sky's the limit for Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans, man. That guy's going to play another 10 years, and he is going to be phenomenal. Matter of fact, what are your thoughts about that, man? If you could start a team right now, if you could pick any guy to start your team right now in the NBA, who would it be for you? Let me know by hitting me up on the Spreaker chat on Spreaker.com or giving me a call at 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. Very interesting question because, one, Anthony Davis, for all of the reasons I just talked about, you would consider. LeBron James, obviously. I mean, if LeBron James retires right now, I think it's safe to say people would probably regard him as one of the easily top 10, maybe top 5 players of all times. And some people, the LeBron James lovers, might even say top like 2, 3, or 4 or something like that. And he's got the resume to prove it to a large degree, except for the futility and championship series. But, I mean, there's just no denying it. There's no denying it. I didn't want to talk about it a lot when I was a LeBron James hater, but there's no denying it. 6'8", 260 pounds, runs the floor like a point guard, can play power forward. He can do everything, can shoot the J. He can do everything. And then you got Kevin Durant, man. Wow, Kevin Durant is probably the best pure basketball player in the NBA right now. I always talk about cats, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I always talk about cats in the NBA who come from that what's it called? That AAU circuit. Cats that were manufactured and they came through that whole AAU system of basketball. Their fundamentals aren't great, and they aren't natural. They're kind of robotic in the way that they move on the court. That's kind of like, i.e., Dwight Howard, kind of like Josh Smith a little bit as well, that type of dude. Kevin Durant, I always say, man, is like a pure, like God-given ability, talented basketball player. Like, you can tell that dude grew up playing on the playground, and I absolutely love his game. Health issues come into place right now a little bit. We'll see how that works out. But I love the Slim Reaper's game. Absolutely love it. I don't know. That's a tough question. What do you think? Who would you take if you could start your team in the NBA today? We'll talk about that a little bit. I'll read some of your chat, get some of your thoughts on that. When we get back from the break, we're going to talk about some birthdays, man. Not a lot of great birthdays today, so we'll mention that real quick. I'll get into some of your chat, and we got to talk about Brady Hoke, former coach of the Michigan Wolverines. He tripping. Don't go away. Keep it locked. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
Let me read more of this chat before I get out of here. Oh, my gosh. Okay, my man K3000. Yeah. If you're new to the show, K3000, he's kind of long-winded. We love him, though. So I guess this is why Tree's playing this music in the background. He says, Dougie, I feel you. People love making fun of people when they get caught doing something semi-wrong, like receiving extra like free shrimp. But they don't realize that a lot of these guys are effing starving and that they're effing restricted from ever even signing their name for gain. You give me a damn scholarship and I'm supposed to sign over all my damn rights, all my money-making potential. And if I don't comply, then you blackball me so that I can't make it to the next level to actually receive a check. GTFOH, he did a bunch of GTFOHs. CSI, this is the ish I'm pissed off about too. That's like dude from Ohio State that actually went to court to get the rule changed and then got blackballed and lost at life. GTFOH, a lot of them. I'm totally with you, Dougie. I'm totally with you. Thank you, K3000. I'm with me too. From sporting events, concerts, and plays, Gistix has the best tickets for them all. The owner, a veteran and military spouse, founded the company set on delivering affordable prices for all the top events. Also, they sell 100% authentic signed memorabilia and quality fan merchandise. It's a one-stop shop for fans. Gistix was founded in 2014 by 4 fun people with military and DoD backgrounds that are fans of everything entertainment. They work hard at helping fans like us discover tickets for live entertainment at a great price, providing hard-to-find authentic sports items and merchandise. And they offer Easter eggs that give fans additional opportunities to purchase unique items. Active and non-military members receive an additional discount on event tickets and fan merchandise items as a thank you for your service. Again, Gistix is founded by fans, and they listen to other fans to understand the importance of service, price, and quality across the board for entertainment, memorabilia, and merchandise. Check them out at Gistix.com, spelled Gistix.com. Again, Gistix.com. That's Gistix.com. Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show, right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. That's right. Big day for us, man. A couple of promotional interview shows today. Some people call them infomercials. So if you're kind of on the fence about getting an app, and you're an entertainer in particular, make sure you tuned in today to the network at 2 p.m. We're going to talk to the owners from BV Mobile Apps. That's blackvibesmobileapps.com. They specialize in apps for entertainers. My man Gerald Oliveri as well as Marshall Lyons will be on. I'm actually hosting the show, so it's going to be an interview-type situation. Very, very interesting stuff, I believe, is going to go down. So make sure if you're on the fence kind of about an app and do you need one and all the specifics about it, make sure you tune in today at 2 p.m. to the network from the guys and hear from the guys from BV Mobile Apps. Okay? And then at 3 p.m., the second promotional show on the network, we're going to talk to A.K. Ikwakor. That's right, A.K. Ikwakor, world-class athlete, as well as motivational speaker, man. He's got some great things going on, some things that he wants to tell the world about, in particular sports fans. So you need to check us out at 3 p.m. today right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. As a matter of fact, if you got a company and you'd like to get some major real estate on SME, the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, man, email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. We'll give you all the specifics on how we do the infomercial shows, and you can get down and have yours, and we'll talk about you and your product and whatever you're trying to get out there to the world, to the Stewies. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so birthdays today. Shaggy, and not Shaggy, former producer to the 2 Live Stews. Pop singer Shaggy, he turns 47 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Reggae pop singer and rapper whose #1 single, It Wasn't Me, hit back in 2000, released Angel and Boombastic to critical acclaim. Happy birthday to him. He's actually from Jamaica. Why did I think that he was just a dude from Brooklyn trying to talk Jamaican? But he's actually from Jamaica. That's his birthplace. He's 47 years old. Happy birthday to the great Shaggy. Who else got a birthday today? Robinson Cano, shortstop. Is he shortstop or second base? I think he's a second baseman. Second baseman for the Seattle Mariners, former New York Yankee. Happy birthday to him. 33 years old. Yeah, 33 years old today. Signed a $240 million contract with the Seattle Mariners prior to the 2014 season. And my gosh. I mean, he ain't helped the Mariners come no closer to a World Series championship. I'm going to tell you that much. But God bless him. Robinson Cano, 33 years old today. This is a special one, and this is just a private one, kind of, sort of. But today would have been Curly Howard's birthday. You knew who Curly Howard was? Do you know? Curly Howard actually played his namesake in the Three Stooges, the great Curly. Today would have been his birthday, but he died about 70 years ago. Happy birthday, R.I.P. to the great Curly Howard, man. 1903 to 1952. Damn. A lot of them actors from back in the day, man, they die young. They live hard and they die young. And lastly, celebrating his 26th birthday today is LaMichael James. Happy birthday to him. Former Oregon running back. Came in third for the Heisman Trophy in 2010. Began his career with the San Francisco 49ers. I don't know exactly who he plays for now. But happy birthday to the great LaMichael James. He had a great career at Oregon. He's been hurt. You remember when they played, and I believe he played in that national championship game against Auburn. You remember in the game, either in the game or, one of the games towards the end of the season, he dislocated his elbow, and he had an issue with that for many years in the NFL. Real small dude, fast as all lightning. But really hadn't, done a lot in the NFL. But happy birthday to him in any regard. Happy birthday, 26 years old. Yes, sir. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Shouts out to all of the Stewies out there. Let me read some of your chat messages here from Clay Davis' Sheed advisor Vince. If one of them overseas teams pay him $20 to $30 million to play, he'll do it. I'm picking up on the back end of a conversation, it looks like, from Grego. He says, is LaMichael James still playing? I'm not sure about LaMichael James. Real shifty dude in college, though, much speed. And that's how Oregon got it going on. What's the kid name? It might be Taj Gibson. I'm not exactly sure. But there's a kid that plays at Oregon that's starting to do some things right now. And he played at the local high school in my part of town, at McEachern High School in Cobb County, Georgia. And the exact same player as LaMichael James. The exact player. Now, he left all the way at the time when he came out of high school. He was like the number one dubbed, what do they call him now? They don't call him scatbacks anymore, but he's the same type of player as LaMichael James, maybe faster. Okay, maybe faster. And maybe it's not Taj Boyd. Taj Boyd played quarterback for Clemson. I think it might be Gibson. And let me see if I can try to look it up right here. Oregon football, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. But keep your eyes out for this dude. Taj Griffin. That's what it is. His name is Taj Griffin. Now, let me tell you this. Right, Taj Gibson plays for the Bulls. I knew that didn't sound right. I've taken a lot of hits to the head, man. Let me tell you something about this kid, all right? His name is Taj Griffin. We got that settled and straight. Running back for the Oregon Ducks, played at McEachern High School out here in Cobb County, Georgia. Exactly like LaMichael James, maybe faster. Like he's a sprinter-type kid. Small frame. He's probably like 5'9", probably like 180 pounds. But when I tell you, this kid is the best running back I've seen, in Georgia. Now, I don't go to a lot of high school games, so I'm probably not the guy to ask the question to. But I always talk about how I know talent at that running back position. Remember the name Taj Griffin. When you talk about 0 to 100, oh, this kid was a beast, man, when he played at McEachin. Tragically, though, and I think I told a story one time on the show when it happened about a year ago, when he was a senior in high school here at McEachin, and I don't want to go off on the coach, but I am going to kind of go off on the coach. The coach had this man covering punts. They had him on the punt team as like a gunner. And so he goes down there at the end of a game and tries to make a tackle. You know, he's trying to help his team, and he tears his ACL. And so he's done for the year, and that was like the first game of the year. So he was done for the year. Real tragic story. My question is, why the hell do you have this kid that's at the time, once again, he was ranked the number one, I guess, dual threat running back. When they say dual threat, they're talking about a running back and a guy that can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can do all of that. You got this guy, number one rated player in the state, covering punts? Oh, that was so stupid. I was so mad because that was it. That was it. Kid was done for the year, so he had to rehab, and then he went out to Oregon, and so now he's playing from what I understand. But trust me, when it's all said and done, this kid is going to be special at Oregon. Remember that name, Taj Griffin. But real big program at McEachin High School. To have that kid on punts like that, man, I thought was just bad. You don't put the number one player in the state of Georgia at a position out there to cover punts, an offensive player. You just don't do that. And it's not like a situation where this team I'm telling y'all about and people that are from Metro Atlanta, they know what I'm about to say. But if you're not from around here, McEachin got plenty of players. They probably got 100 players. They got money galore. Legend has it that the high school has like a annual endowment of like $1 million. They got $1 million scoreboard. They got much money. They got much facilities. They got much panache. And there's no need to put a kid out there when you got 100 other kids that just want to get on the field and cover a punt just to have his name called out maybe, and so his mama and daddy can see him. You don't do that. And this is a bad mistake. But just remember the name. I know I got off on a tangent there, but just remember the name Taj Griffin. All of that conversation is tied into LaMichael James kind of sort of after the fact. But you remember that kid. He's going to be good. He's going to be good. And I'm happy for the kid. Happy for him that he recovered sufficiently and is now contributing to the Oregon Ducks, who are struggling a little bit. Speaking of which, last night, I just got the opportunity to watch the 30 for 30 on UFC. I think it's Trojan Horse. And I haven't finished it yet. I had to stop watching that so I could watch Empire, which we got to talk about too. But I'll give you my thoughts on it when we get back from the break from what I've seen. I've probably seen 75% of it. I'll tell you what I think about it when we get back, and we'll read more of your chat as well. All right, don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Your season-long fantasy football lineup is locked in and ready for action, but you don't have to wait until Week 16 to get paid. Put your fantasy skills to the test starting Sunday at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site, where you could kick the season off by winning $2 million. It's the biggest fantasy football contest ever. $10 million in prizes are up for grabs, including $2 million for first place and $1 million for second. 1 week fantasy means no season-long commitments. It's fantasy football on demand. Play where you want, when you want, with the players you want, and turn your love of football into a life-changing payday. Just pick your players, pile up the points, and pick up your cash. That's it. You've never experienced football like this. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Spreaker to play for free for a shot at part of $10 million in Sunday's Millionaire Maker event. Enter Spreaker for free entry now, only at DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
To give you the history on this Doug Stewart and Tree Taylor battle in Trivia Crack. We just started playing last week. We played 3 games. I won the first one in handily fashion. And then Tree has come along to beat me 2 times in a row. All right. Now, I blame Trivia Crack for asking me dumbass questions about romance comedies from the 1980s. That's who I blame. But she's won. And I got to give her credit. What? I knew you were going to jump.
Like, when you talk about women, Tree has come along.
It got nothing to do with you being a woman.
No, I showed up.
Oh, wait. Did you just... What? Oh, my gosh. Did she just call me the N-word? Oh, damn. We made Doug Stewart Show history just now. As many times as I've almost uttered that term, you did it! And we don't have 7-second delay.
I'm fired.
You getting the BPA. You nominated for a Boiled Penis Award.
No.
Yes, you are. The first time in the Doug Stewart Show history, someone utters the N-word.
I'm sick of you.
You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Good thing we, on radio, traditional radio, the FCC be beating down my damn door right now. They're already looking for a reason to try to put me out of business. And you come up with this. Golly, Tree, you're better than that.
That girl is poison. You never trust a big button to smile.
Stewies, what's up? Tree here to talk about your home security and the security experts at Strickland Security. Everything the team at Strickland Security does is focused around increasing the security of your home, protecting your family, and your business. Most home security companies, especially the larger ones, want to sell you a cookie-cutter alarm system that maximizes their profits but not your security. The team at Strickland Security will install a customized alarm system that meets your budget and your security needs. This Atlanta-based company is here to solve all of your security problems. Whether you need your alarm system repaired, surveillance cameras installed, or your door locks replaced, Strickland Security is the solution. Don't wait. Call the experts at Strickland Security today. For more information, go to their website at stricklandsecurity.com or give them a call now at 800-422-9075. That's 800-422-9075 and tell them Tree sent you.
Regulators. We regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good, too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Regulators! Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Shouts out to the Stewies out there. Appreciate you joining your boy, man. This is the realest, treeless sports and entertainment guy show in America. You better believe that. Ask somebody. You better ask the Stewies. They'll tell you. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. So what did I say before I went to break? Oh yeah. I was talking about Empire. And also it was called Trojan War, the 30 for 30 on the Pete Carroll-led USC Trojans. Empire, I thought it was pretty decent last night. You know what? And I guess maybe I'm looking more critically at it right now than I did before because the first episode was glaringly bad. I mean, glaringly bad. And everybody's still talking about that first episode. I mean, damn, Tree jumped off the ship after the first episode and stopped watching it allegedly after about the third. But I thought it was pretty decent last night. That show is very, very dramaful, and I guess that's what it's supposed to be, is dramaful. And then now you got an influx of singing. Like this, it seems like there's more singing going on the show, more R&B, Ralph Tresvant sensitivity singing around there now. maybe it was like this last year and I just didn't pay attention. So it's a lot more like a darn musical. They're still pushing a lot of agendas too. They are. And then also, what I'm finding out about this cat, Lee Daniels, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, he kind of comes from the Tyler Perry school of directing. And when I say that, what I mean is if you're old school stews and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I had this complaint about Tyler Perry movies before. The problem I have with Tyler Perry movies is, on one hand, it's a joyful occasion, and you got all these couples going up to a retreat in the mountains, and everybody's getting along, and it's festive and it's nice. And then the next scene, somebody's trying to rape everybody in the house, or somebody's having a flashback to when they committed 5 murders. Like, it goes from an extreme high to an extreme low. All the Tyler Perry movies are like that. Like, it's just high, and it's laughing. That's another thing about it, too, with the Tyler Perry movies. One scene, you laughing your ass off. And then the next scene, you crying your ass off. Like, there's no, smooth transition with Tyler Perry movies. And for that, I really stopped going to Tyler Perry movies. Me and my wife used to go all the time when he first came out with his movies in theater, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And, it's funny. Medea's funny as hell. I mean, an old black lady with a hair full of rollers pulling out a pistol is always funny to me. Remind me of my grandmama. Okay? But then after a while, I started paying attention, and I was like, you know what? I got a problem with how in one scene, everybody laughing their behind off, and then the next scene is something just like terribly, terribly tragic going on. And that's kind of what's going on with a bunch of different emotions with this Empire thing. One scene, you're laughing, you cracking jokes and having sex with women. And the next scene is somebody getting baptized. Next scene, somebody getting murdered. Next scene, they singing a musical. So it's all over the place, man. Now listen, I'm not telling you. Let me make sure to say this, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I need to say this. I am in Atlanta, and Tyler Perry runs this town. I am not saying I don't support Tyler Perry and his business entities. I'm not saying that at all. Matter of fact, if you got an extra role for bruh, I'm happy to be in it. What I'm saying is, I just can't spend my good money to go to a movie theater and check out a Tyler Perry movie. Now, whenever it comes on HBO or Showtime or something like that, oh yeah, I'll watch Tyler Perry, man. Support that brother. He's a hustler. He is a hustler. Yeah. And you know me, I'm a fan of hustlers. And so thus, I'm a fan of Tyler Perry and him doing it real big Willie style. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Let me read some of this chat here from 90 the Rhino. It says, Tyler Perry is too simple. Let me put it like this. My mother uses that term a lot, too. I guess that's a country people term. Don't be so simple, boy. Let me say this about him. I think he has a formula that has worked tremendously, and you can't hate the player, just hate the game. That's what I'll say to those people that are very critical of Tyler Perry in general, not just the whole line that he put out here about Tyler Perry is simple. What do we got here? From that ninja takes bits and pieces of old movies and search them accordingly. Are you talking about Tyler Perry or Lee Daniels? I guess you could say the same about both. Yeah. From Thel Pay, have y'all heard about the Virginia high school who played the racist song over the PA system during a football game against a predominantly black high school? I did hear about that. Ball penis for them. If you're new to the show, we give out a Buster of the Week award on Friday, and we call it the Ball Penis Award. It's a long story on the naming of that award, but yeah, I heard about that, and that's something that you see all the time on Facebook. I'm telling you what, man, social media, it really does keep you up to hot news stories, because somebody will post a link from the story and there's a video attached to it a lot of times, and And so yeah, I saw that story, man. Tragic. And I don't think it was the school. If you clicked on the link and read the story, I don't think it was the school. It was like one rogue kid that was in the press box, and he was in charge of the music, and he thought it was funny and cute to play this song with the N-word strewn throughout the entire thing against their opponent from a predominantly black high school. I think it was one person. I don't think it was a high school. Now, it was Virginia. It was Virginia. And you remember we had this conversation about where were you at when someone used a racial slur against you? And I talked about how it happened to me in Virginia the first time ever in my life when I was with my family, when Ryan had a recruiting trip up there to the University of Virginia. And then a bunch of other people echoed in on the chat saying, yeah, I was called the N-word in Virginia too. I was called the N-word in Virginia too. I was in Norfolk, Virginia, and I got called the N-word too. So, I don't know. From Tyrone Simmons, what up, cuz? That's my family right there. Tyrone says, yeah, Gangsta Glee. And I've never seen the TV show Glee, but I know what it's about, and that's what a lot of people are saying, that it's Glee, but it's kind of gangsterish. From Callboy J, I'm done with Empire after that Woot dude said, a mouth is a mouth, I officially quit. Yeah. Yeah. Once again, they are obviously, and Lee Daniels is obviously pushing agendas on that show. Let me just put it like that. But I like it for Cookie. I mean, Cookie always does something cute. Last night, I don't know if y'all caught it, but last night, Terrence Howard, a.k.a. Lucius, tried to put his hand on Cookie's hand. She just grabbed his hand like, get away from me. I mean, like, Cookie plays like feisty black lady to a T. I mean, she's real funny. Remind me of my mama back in the day. Boy, get your ass over here. So she cracks me up, man. So I don't know, man. Is Empire's time on the top like short like leprechauns? I don't know. People aren't happy about it. People are much less enthusiastic about Empire this year than we were last year. Let's just put it like that. I'll read more of your chat. We also got to talk about Brady Hoke. I want to mention Jimmer Fredette. He is on them streets. He's out of a job. We'll talk about that up next. Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away.
When it comes to your health and assets, you're used to being in charge. The decisions you make for yourself and your family are important because you know what's best for you and them. But do you have an estate plan in place in case you are not able to speak for yourself? Without an estate plan, decisions regarding your health, finances, even your family can end up being made by someone who doesn't know or understand your wishes. With a MyCare plan, you will be in control of all of those important decisions, even if you can't speak for yourself. The MyCare plan is a comprehensive estate planning package. It's customized to fit your needs and your wishes. It covers each of the essential parts that make up a full and complete estate plan. MyCare plan was developed by attorneys, so there are no add-ons or special charges. Included in your personalized MyCare plan is your last will, which states how you want your assets to be distributed upon your passing. A living trust, which allows you to appoint a trustee to oversee the distribution of your assets and allow your family to avoid the high cost of probate court. A healthcare power of attorney. With this document, you appoint the person who will make medical decisions for you if you become unable to do so. And a financial power of attorney. This allows you to name the person who will make financial decisions on your behalf when you cannot. Many people put off estate planning. They think they're too young or it's too expensive. MyCare plan is affordable and simple. There's a friendly customer service staff available to answer all of your questions, and you can complete your MyCare plan at your own pace in the privacy of your own home. So call MyCare Plan now. 912-409-0447. 912-409-0447. The MyCare Plan. 912-409-0447.
We're back! The Two Live Stews are back on air every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on WGST. It's Sports Talk with Hot Sauce. Special thanks to our sponsor, Bruce Hagen at Hagen-Law.com for making it happen.
640 WGST in Atlanta. Search 640 WGST on iHeartRadio worldwide.
Yes! In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BB Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bbmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bbmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your number one advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975 and work it out.
Hour number 2, baby. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. And it is a throwback Thursday. A little heads up right now, man. The show will not be live next week, Thursday. Next week, Friday. I can tell you right now, man, it's homecoming at South Carolina State University. Yes, sir. It's the 25-year anniversary of Spring 90, Do or Die, Side, Tear It On 32. And, oh, man, it's going to be crazy, man. Homecoming to South Carolina State. If you went to state, if you're one of my classmates and you coming down there, or even if you're from Metro Atlanta and you've never been to a classic HBCU homecoming, this is the year you need to come. We're going to do it real Big Willie style. So I'm hitting the road Thursday. I think I will do the show Thursday. And then Friday, we'll do a best of show next week. Not this, obviously not tomorrow, but next week, we'll do a best of show on Friday as I head to back to the motherland, man, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Hey, if you want to come party with your boy and see how we really do it, you don't have to have gone to state. You don't have to do it. But if you heard about how we get down at HBCU for homecoming, go to scstateunityparty.com. scstateunityparty.com. My line as well as a couple other lines of Greeks around the campus. We got a dude from the band that's well known, former NFL player Robert Porcher is down with us. A couple other cats have all come together to have one big party and give all the proceeds, every single penny, to the university. So not only can you come kicking with the live alumni, right, not only can you come kicking with the live alumni, you can help out the university as well, who's had some tough times over the last couple of years with coming and kicking it, like Tom Joyner says, party with a purpose. That's right. We're going to party with a purpose next weekend in Orangeburg. So go to scstateunityparty.com. Get you a $10 ticket. You can buy a table and come in and have a good time, man. A real old school HBCU homecoming. We do it real big. That's all I can tell you. If you've never been, we do it real big. I actually got the numbers from an official a couple of days ago. The last two homecomings. Now keep in mind, this is a smaller school. I think we got like 3,500 students that go to the school right now. Campus isn't big. It's not like Georgia Tech or Clemson or anything like that with 25, 30,000 students. The last 2 years, paid entrance into the tailgate area and into the games has been 19,000 plus and over 20,000 plus. That's all I need to tell you. That's all I need to tell you. So mass tailgating, I mean, it's a great, great scene, man. Come on through and holler at your folks if you can. So Brady Hoke, man, in doing an interview, was asked a question about the play call by Michigan and punting the ball at the end of the game against Michigan State the other night, and would he have done that? And he says, no, I wouldn't have done that. My question to anybody that's talking to Brady Hoke is, why would you even ask Brady Hoke his opinions on about what the hell he would do? And he says he didn't think that he should have done that. Jim Harbaugh should have done that. He should have put defense to the test. I don't know exactly what that means because I can't remember, and I tried to find it exactly where they were at on the field. I thought it was a situation, from my remembering it, where they had to punt the ball or they would have been deep in their territory. Okay, so maybe that wasn't the case, and maybe they didn't have to punt, to still win the game. If their defense would have held up, they still would have won the game. But I would never question Jim Harbaugh as far as coaching decisions. What that kid did, the guy that fumbled the punt and thusly lost the game for Michigan, was an aberration. I mean, that happens. I'm going to guess a punter fumbling a snap where it wasn't over his head or something like that. The way that guy fumbled that punt, that snap, probably happens 1 in 200 times. 1 in 200, 1 in 300? That just doesn't happen. The only job you got to do is catch the damn snap and punt the ball. So that was just one of those things. I mean, chalk it up to being one of those things, but I would never even consider anything that Brady Hoke says coaching-wise in comparison to Jim Harbaugh. That's just silly to me. So just keep your mouth shut, bruh. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And also one other story, interesting story, kind of, sort of, is you remember Jimmer Mania? Weren't they calling it Jimmer Mania? Jimmer Fredette, and I think earlier I said he played at Gonzaga. He actually played at BYU. Why would it compare or think or confuse BYU with Gonzaga? I don't know. But you remember Jimmer Fredette, man? Sharpshooter for BYU. Had that tremendous run in the tournament, man. He was lighting it up and doing everything, and there was this big conversation about, what's Jimmer Fredette going to do in the NBA? Will his skill set transfer, or will it be effective in the NBA? What he does, and clearly the answer is no. He has been cut by the San Antonio Spurs. This is his fourth team that he's played with since being drafted by the Sacramento Kings in 2011, and he was drafted number 10 overall. That's still pretty damn high. That's still pretty high. And every time I think about Jimmer Fredette and what he did for that couple of weeks or really the entire season. Remember, he had a great season, not just a great run in the tournament. But whenever I thought about Jimmy Fredette and what he would be as a pro, all that would come to my mind is Adam Morrison. You remember Adam Morrison played for Gonzaga. But the big conversation about Adam Morrison and what was it at the time? The Hornets drafted him early in the first round, and he was supposed to be the next Larry Bird. I don't know why we do that as sports fans, and we've talked about this before as well. I don't know why we do this as sports fans. We always try to compare white athletes with other white athletes. We never compare a black athlete to a white guy. I don't know why. Maybe it's just, I don't know, what we do as people. But I thought about Adam Morrison, and I also thought about somebody mentioned in this story, and I'm actually reading this story, credit to Michael Lee from Yahoo Sports. He said how Jimmy Fredette, when he came into the NBA, he thought that it should have been all about him. Like, he felt offended that he didn't get drafted number 1 or 2 or something like that. Like, he always had a chip on his shoulder that he was drafted number 10 in the first round by the Sacramento Kings. He felt like that he should have been the show. But problem is when your feet kind of slow, when you can't create your own shot off the dribble, when you basically were a guy that came off of a lot of screens in college, and you're not able to do that, kind of like a Reggie Miller, or who else did that a lot, or Ray Allen or somebody like that in the NBA. They're not trying to set up plays specifically for you, and you've been in a tremendous shooting slump as far as three-pointers in the NBA. He was unreliable for the San Antonio Spurs, 9 for 48, 18.8% from behind the three. It's really going to be hard for you to keep a job in the NBA. I mean, there's no denying that. And Jimmy Fredette right now is out of the league, and I guess really is why it's kind of a significant story is because of his fame. I mean, he was big doo-doo. He was like the big lump doo-doo. He was big doo-doo when he was at BYU. It was a big story, and a lot of people, they always want trying to find the next Larry Bird. The next Larry Bird ain't walking through that door no time soon, bruh. It just ain't. And that's back to that whole thing about comparing a white athlete to a white athlete. And how many next Larry Birds there have been in the last 25 years that have just flopped and been, mediocre at best, average at best? No, man, Larry Legend was special. So I think they need to stop doing that. You need to try to strive to be, I don't know, somebody like J.J. Redick. J.J. Redick has done a lot in his NBA career, more so than I thought he would ever do. And J.J. Redick, the story says, once again from Yahoo, from a man, Michael Lee, J.J. Redick kind of came in with all of the fanfare about J.J. Redick when he was at Duke. He kind of came in fast and figured it out. I never thought J.J. Redick would be this good of a player. I didn't think J.J. Redick would be in the NBA at this point. But he figured it out real fast and what he needed to do to survive. And that's play solid defense to take on the role player moniker and embrace it. Work on his game. Try to work on his skills. He's much better on taking guys off the dribble than I ever thought. Getting to the basket. J.J. Redick actually gets to the basket sometimes. But your boy Jimmy Fredette thought that he was above that, and being a role player. And it's come back to bite him. So, happy trails, Jimmer. Now, maybe another team will pick him up. He had 3 other chances after he was drafted the first time by Sacramento. So we'll see, but I don't know. All right, when we get back from the break, all I'm going to do is read your chat. That's all I'm going to do. That's all we're going to do is read your chat. Coming up next on the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. Your season-long fantasy football lineup is locked in and ready for action, but you don't have to wait until Week 16 to get paid. Put your fantasy skills to the test starting Sunday at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site, where you could kick the season off by winning $2 million. It's the biggest fantasy football contest ever. $10 million in prizes are up for grabs, including $2 million for first place and $1 million for second. 1 week fantasy means no season-long commitments. It's fantasy football on demand. Play where you want, when you want, with the players you want, and turn your love of football into a life-changing payday. Just pick your players, pile up the points, and pick up your cash. That's it. You've never experienced football like this. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Spreaker to play for free for a shot at part of $10 million in Sunday's Millionaire Maker event. Enter Spreaker for free entry now only at DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
To give you the history on this Doug Stewart and Tree Taylor battle in Trivia Crack. We just started playing last week. We played 3 games. I won the first one in handily fashion. And then Tree has come along to beat me 2 times in a row. All right. Now, I blame Trivia Crack for asking me dumbass questions about romance comedies from the 1980s. That's who I blame. But she's won. And I got to give her credit. What? I knew you were going to jump.
Like, when you talk about women, Tree has come along.
It ain't got nothing to do with you being a woman.
No, I showed up.
Oh, wait. Did you just... What? Oh, my gosh. Did she just call me the N-word? Oh, damn. We made Doug Stewart Show history just now. As many times as I've almost uttered that term, you did it! And we don't have 7-second delay.
I'm fired.
You getting the BPA. You nominated for a Boiled Penis Award.
No.
Yes, you are. The first time in the Doug Stewart Show history, someone utters the N-word.
I'm sick of you.
You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Good thing we, on radio, traditional radio, the FCC be beating down my damn door right now. They're already looking for a reason to try to put me out of business. And you come up with this. Golly, True. You're better than that.
That girl is poison. You never trust a big button to smile.
From sporting events, concerts, and plays, Gistix has the best tickets for them all. The owner, a veteran and military spouse, founded the company set on delivering affordable prices for all the top events. Also, they sell 100% authentic signed memorabilia and quality fan merchandise. It's a one-stop shop for fans. Gistix was founded in 2014 by 4 fun people with military and DoD backgrounds that are fans of everything entertainment. They work hard at helping fans like us discover tickets for live entertainment at a great price, providing hard-to-find authentic sports items and merchandise. And they offer Easter eggs that give fans additional opportunities to purchase unique items. Active and non-military members receive an additional discount on event tickets and fan merchandise items as a thank you for your service. Again, Gistix is founded by fans, and they listen to other fans to understand the importance of service, price, and quality across the board for entertainment, memorabilia, and merchandise. Check them out at Gistix.com, spelled Gistix.com. Again, Gistix.com. That's Gistix.com. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Daniel Murphy Day, Shawty. That's the title of today's show. The Mets advance to the World Series, probably going to take on the Kansas City Royals. So congratulations to all of the Mets fans out there. Before I went to the break, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Before I went to the break, we were talking about Jimmer Fredette, and I mentioned how everybody's supposed to be, every white guy, and once again, no disrespect to white guys. Every white guy with some skills that comes out of college is supposed to be the next Larry Bird. And they do the same thing with black dudes, too. This guy's going to be the next Michael Jordan. You remember Grant Hill was supposed to be the next Michael Jordan? You remember Harold Miner was supposed to be the next Michael Jordan? Not so much. I mean, it's not that easy. So, but they do the same thing for Larry Bird. So during the break, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So during the break, I casually Googled the next, or supposed to be the next Larry Bird. And a bunch of articles popped up. And this is one I'm looking at from Complex. and it's titled 10 Athletes Who Were Not the Next Larry Bird. And so the first thing it starts out says, if you're tall, white, and can shoot a basketball exceptionally well, you are invariably going to be compared to Larry Bird. And so they list out 10 guys that were supposed to be the next Larry Bird, but they weren't. The very first guy they talk about is probably the biggest name as far as guys that were supposed to be the next Larry Bird, but they weren't. And that's Wally Zerbiak. You remember the great Wally Zerbiak, Miami of Ohio? Not only was he supposed to be the next Larry Bird, but it was crazy because he came from like a second-tier school in Miami of Ohio. You remember Larry Bird played at Indiana State, but Wally Zerbiak was supposed to be the next Larry Bird. Man, Wally Zerbiak ain't nothing. He ish. Let me look at his stats. He averaged 14 points per game for his career, 4 rebounds per game, 2.4 average APG. I don't even know what the hell that means, but didn't come close to even winning no damn titles or being the leader of a team or anything like that. Then they got this guy, Joe Alexander, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. They've got this guy, Joe Alexander, played for the Bucks from 2008 to 2010. I don't even remember who the hell that is or who he played for in college or anything like that. Let's see. Oh, he played for West Virginia. I don't remember anybody saying he's going to be the next Larry Bird, so I disagree with this article on that. Nobody wasn't talking about no damn Joe Alexander. Then they've got Adam Morrison. I talked about Adam Morrison in the last segment. I actually thought Adam Morrison, I didn't think he was going to be Larry Bird. I thought he was going to be a solid player. I thought he was going to be a much better player than he turned out to be. 2006 to 2010. The man only played 4 years in the NBA. You remember the Adam Gonzaga, frenzy that the media had going on? The man only played in the NBA 4 years. He averaged 7.5 points per game. You got to talk about Adam Morrison in the conversation of biggest bust of all times, based on what was expected out of him, based on what he did in college and all the hype surrounding him. People might bring up, Kwame Brown, or maybe they'll bring up, remember the Candyman, Michael Olakawandi? I think that's the way you pronounce that ninja's name. But he was a bust. But I don't know. They were talked about kind of as projects when they came out of high school. When they came out of high school early, or when they came, Michael Olakawandi played for, was it Pacific? One of those schools in California, one of those smaller schools. But they were just tall, and they had some athleticism. So I don't think you expected as much out of them. Maybe you did because they were tall and they were the first picks in the draft, or very, very high picks. But I think we kind of, as a fan of basketball, college basketball, thought Adam Morrison was going to be the real deal, and he wasn't. Then they talk about Doug McDermott. Well, Doug McDermott's still young, man. He got a lot of time. He just came out a couple of years ago, 2014, Dougie Buckets. So he's got time to show. I don't think he's going to turn into Larry Bird, based on the projection that we have for him right now, what he's done in his first year in the league. Danny Ferry, lightweight. Then they've got Troy Murphy. I don't remember anybody ever talking about Troy Murphy being the next Larry Bird. Solid player. 2001 to 2012. I don't remember everybody saying, ooh, here's a good one, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Keith Van Horn. Now, Keith Van Horn was supposed to be the next, quote, unquote, Larry Bird. Remember he played at Utah. Solid player. I think he had a good tournament as well. Keith Van Horn, very solid player. Out of all of these guys, I think I might rather have Keith Van Horn than any of these dudes on this list. Averaged 16 points for his career. Played with the Nets. He also played, who did he play for? He played for a couple of different teams. I remember him most from the Nets. He's not in the league anymore. Hadn't played since 2006. It doesn't seem that long ago that Keith Van Horn was in the league. Solid player. But the thing about Larry Bird that kind of separated him from everybody else and all of these cats on the list, not only was he just a great player, but Larry Bird put the team on his back. Larry Bird was the catalyst for winning championships. None of these cats we've talked about was looked at as the alpha male player to lead a team to any damn championship. Christian Laettner, Mike Dunleavy, no. Austin Crocier, nah, never thought that at all. Never saw those guys stepping up and being a leader. Quote unquote, once again, the alpha male of any damn basketball team, much less be good. So, yeah, slow your roll on comparing cats to Larry Bird and Michael Jordan, man. It's just, Jimmy Fredette is a classic example of that. And right now, he'll be taking your order in the drive-thru at Burger King. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I mean, that was probably hurtful right there. I shouldn't have said that. I take it back. I've been out of a job before, too. Matter of fact, I'm still out of a job technically after 3 years. And he might bounce back. He might get another job with somebody, and maybe he'll figure it out, what he needs to do to stay in the NBA. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. From 9-0 the Rhino, he said Keith Van Horn has some game. Yeah, Keith Van Horn had game. Keith Van Horn had game. From Clay Davis's Sheet Advisor, he says Dirk is the closest to Larry Legend. Huh. Step back and think about that for a second. Yeah, Dirk actually, yeah. And then when you add in Dirk was like over 7 foot tall. We've met Dirk Nowitzki before. I think we interviewed him when we were at the All-Star game in Vegas that year. You remember that. And Dirk Nowitzki doesn't look real. He looks like a freaking cartoon character. He is so tall and skinny. And I think TV adds weight to these guys. These guys are not big. When you see these NBA players up close, these dudes are rail thin. And I mean rail thin. Dirk Nowitzki doesn't even look real. Dirk, closest thing to Larry Bird. In some aspects, I think a lot of people might even argue that maybe Dirk might even be better. Now, the intangibles, I don't think he possesses like Larry Bird. Like Larry Bird, once again, was that guy. He was the leader. He was the guy that talked trash. Dirk isn't that type of personality. But, yeah, I think you might be right. Now, it's a slightly different conversation because Dirk is a foreign player. I guess when you talk about this article I just talked about just now where they named all of these guys that was supposed to be the next Larry Bird, I guess we're talking about American-born players to a large degree. But, yeah, Dirk was that dude. Dirk is that dude. Game was crazy. Still crazy. Dirk's still in the league. What am I talking about? But very interesting stuff, man. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. When we get back from the break, all we're going to do is read chat. We'll read chat. I'll quickly mention this story about Clinton Portis and Jim Zorn and what went down with the Washington Redskins. And also, man, fine comes down onto an NFL player for a hit last week. We'll talk about that as well. Don't go anywhere. Keep your ass right there. This is the Doug Stewart Show. In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and #1 independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! We're doing some huge things here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the Doug Stewart Show, and the biggest thing being broadcasting other shows. That's right, we're executive producing other shows and playing them on my network. You may have a fantastic show or podcast, but do you have listeners? We got listeners, over 9,000 followers to the Doug Stewart Show on the Spreaker platform, as well as over 200,000 plus listens to the network itself. So here's what you do. Go to Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com, and search the Doug Stewart Show or Stewart Media and Entertainment and get all the details. Or just hit up the producer, Tree at TrEAtTheDougStewartShow.com. That's spelled Trei. Tree at TheDougStewartShow.com, and come and do business with us on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yes!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
If you're not Stewart, what the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network on a Throwback Thursday. Thank you for joining your folks. Shouts out to all of the Stewies out there. I'm going to read more of your chat here in a second. Got to remind you, though, man, today is another big day for the network. All of these milestones, man, that we are achieving on this network, man, I owe it all to y'all. Truly, we are doing big things in a short amount of time, and it's only going to get bigger. But you're part of the foundation. Thank you. So we've been broadcasting other shows on the network, the Kicking It with Kesey show, as well as the Po Politicking show. So if you have a podcast, a show out there, and you want to get some good coverage as far as listeners, in a broader audience, holla at me on at Doug at TheDougStewartShow.com. Podcast, a great show. Let's make it happen. We're trying to expand that product here on the network. And then today, man, we're adding a brand new product where we're doing promotional interviews / infomercials on the network for companies out there trying to get the word out about their brand, about their event, whatever their product may be. And so today at 2 p.m., we're going to talk to the guys, the owners from BV Mobile Apps. That's right, my man Gerald Oliveri and Marshall Lyons, owners for BV Mobile Apps. That's at 2 p.m. today. And if you follow the network, you'll get an alert. And if you had any questions and are kind of in limbo about getting an app, do you need an app? I'm sure we'll be able to answer a lot of your questions you have from the folks from BV Mobile Apps at 2 p.m. And then at 3 p.m. today, we're going to talk to AK Equicore. That's right, world-class athlete, as well as motivational speaker today at 3 p.m., and he's got some great stuff he wants to talk about and let you know about him and what he's doing on the philanthropic tip as well. So that's at 3 p.m. today. So follow the network and you'll get an alert. Tonight, man, you got some NFL action, some college football action. First in college, you got the 6-0 Temple Owls. Wait a minute, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Did you ever think in your lifetime that you'd hear the words uttered 6-0 Temple Owls? We're talking football. We're not talking basketball. The Temple Owls are 6-0 right now, taking on the East Carolina Pirates tonight, 7 p.m. And then at 9 p.m., let me back up for a second. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Let me look at the teams that Temple's beaten. You know that they had the big win at the start of the season where they really mauled Penn State. They beat Penn State 27-10. Let's see who else they beat. They beat Cincinnati. That's no big deal. They beat UMass. Who cares? And they barely got by UMass. They beat Charlotte. I didn't even know Charlotte had a football team. They beat Charlotte. They beat Tulsa. And they also had an impressive win over UCF. So they're 6-0. I never thought I'd say that in my life. The Temple Owls are 6-0. Just like you never thought in your lifetime you'd see the New Orleans Saints win a Super Bowl. It's kind of the same thing. So ball award to the Temple Owls getting it done. We'll see tonight, as East Carolina is a pretty solid team, 4-3, but they play big boy football over in that part of the country at East Carolina. So it's Temple and East Carolina. And then at 9 p.m. you got Cal taking on UCLA. The Temple East Carolina game is on ESPN2. The Cal UCLA game, and Cal is 5-1, UCLA is 4-2, comes on ESPN at 9 p.m. tonight. And then in the NFL, you've got the Seahawks. Ooh, it's pretty solid, marquee names. You got the Seahawks taking on the 49ers tonight on CBS and on the NFL channel, man. So if you're a football fan, it's good. Oh, I forgot to get back to the – so last night I watched, before I had to switch to Empire, I was watching the 30 for 30 on USC and Pete Carroll's Trojans teams that won a couple of national championships, Trojan War, and kind of gives the background about the program and how Pete came in and changes he made and, how they achieved their success. Some of the players, Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart and all of those cats. What I kind of get the sense of, man, is they're trying to recapture the intensity of the 30 for 30 on the U. But that ain't going to happen, man. I mean, it's going to be hard to do that again. I mean, it's pretty interesting. It's okay. Snoop Dogg's in it. He has a big role in it and talking about helping to recruit the players. And once again, I've got probably 30 more minutes to watch. But, that if you talk about the best 30 for 30s and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, it's going to be hard to beat that one about the University of Miami, man. It's all about the U. It's going to be hard to beat that. This is interesting, but it doesn't have the same personality. I guess the best way to put it than that one about the Hurricanes, man. The Hurricanes, man, that was a special group of players. And I don't know if you will ever see that type of thing ever happen again, where you got that type of player, that hardcore mentality, talk trash, dance in the end zone, they were the best and they let you know it. We might not ever see that again, once again, because a lot of different factors now between then and now, as far as the way these programs are ran and social media and the media input into athletics and how stories and are put out there. Donna Shalala, she'd been trying to turn those kids into Catholics for many, many years down there. So it's just different. The kids are just different. You got Al Golden trying to make these cats into choir boys once again. To get that same feel or that same type of player that you had at the University of Miami back in the day when Schnellenberger first got there, that'll probably never, ever happen again, man. That'll probably never happen again. And so the 30 for 30 Trojan War is pretty decent. And my thoughts on it, I think it's pretty decent, but it's not this is all about the U. It's just not. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. From Clay Davis, Sheed Advisor, he says, Kwame Brown is still in the league. I didn't know Kwame Brown was still in the league. For people that used to listen to the Two Live Stews back in the day, Kwame Brown actually was born. This is no lie. This is no lie. He was born in Charleston, but he actually grew up for the first couple of months, maybe couple of years, literally a half a mile from my house. Right, his people are from my hometown, Oakley, South Carolina, and I don't remember exactly how the story went. Kwame Brown's mom and dad was a domestic abuse type situation, allegedly, and she left him and took Kwame and moved to Georgia or something like that. But, yeah, he was born in Charleston, and then he also, for the first early part of his life, lived in a house about not even a half a mile from my house in my little area. He says, Kwame Brown still in the league. How in the hell is he a bust? No fault. Jordan can't evaluate talent. I always tell people, when that whole type of thing comes up, at the time, nobody was saying that they shouldn't take Kwame Brown. Nobody was saying, people were saying it was risky, but nobody was saying that the Jordan or Michael Jordan and the Charlotte Hornets were wrong for taking Kwame Brown. Didn't work out, but at the time, nobody was saying it. And yeah, in relative terms, Kwame Brown is stuck. I didn't know he was still in the NBA. I guess he's buried on somebody's bench. He is stuck. He has made $1 gazillion. Okay? He has made $1 gazillion in the NBA, and you can't get mad at the brother. From Cleota72, he says, yeah, Cornelius, he came during the right era and played on the right team. If he played now, his star power would not be the same. I'm not sure exactly who they're talking about. From That Ninja, he says, no press about how Morrison sucked. Funny how that works. Yeah, it's kind of funny how that works. It's kind of funny how that works. Whereas, I mean, think of anybody. I mean, there's 100 guys that came in with a bunch of fanfare, and when they sucked, the media let everybody in America know about it. Off top of my head, Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell, man, you would think he's the devil himself, the way the media talk about Jamarcus Russell. You would. But in relative terms to how sports fans talk about Jamarcus Russell like a dog, I really haven't heard. I wouldn't have even known Adam Morrison didn't only play but 4 years in the NBA. I would have never known that if I didn't just talk about it and pull up the story. Yeah. Adam Morrison is a big-ass bust. But the way it's talked about in the terms of being a bust is much different than a lot of other guys. Let's just put it like that. From, who do we got here? The 47 problem. I found the score of the football game where Glen Allen High School student played a racist song where black players for John Marshall High School were on the field. We talked about that a little bit earlier. From Vince Wright, not bad, 14 points per game. Wally was on the division champion with Minnesota, lost in the conference finals to the Lakers. Yeah, but what he was supposed to be, Big Vince, and I hear what you're saying, solid. 14 points ain't bad. I mean, I couldn't go and get 14 points in the NBA right now. In relative terms to what he was supposed to be, he falls in the category of a bust, I would say. From Felpay, Wally Zerberg had a better chance of being Wally Coyote than Larry Bird. Laugh out loud. That is pretty funny. From Clay Davis's Sheed advisor, that ninja, all I'm saying, if you don't have extreme athleticism, you can't still make any stay in the league. If your skills and mind for the game is really high. Yeah, you can be, I guess, and it's kind of like an art to coming off screens in the NBA. You would think it's easy, and you would think a guy that was a sharpshooter like Jimmer Fredette or or JJ what's his face? Clown face from Duke. You would think that if you can shoot the 3-pointer, that should translate to the NBA easily. It's not as easy as it sounds. You could be like, well, B.J. Armstrong or somebody like that and make a long career. Nah, it's not that simple. A lot of people can do that. You got to be able to come off those screens, and there's an art to it, man, and everybody just can't do it. And we know who's the best that I've seen over the last 25, 30 years of doing that. Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, just phenomenal. I mean, it's like chasing after a damn chicken with their head cut off, trying to chase those cats around all game long. And everybody can't do it. Everybody cannot do it. You got to find your role, man. If you want to stick, you have to find your role in the NBA, and Jimmer Fredette hasn't done that. Yeah. From Vince Wright, Big Wally running with KG and the Timberwolves. From Ducking and Dodging, fans and media will put the next tag on a player. When it doesn't happen, the player gets the blame. Yeah, a lot of it's got to do with how we label these cats when they come out of college. A lot of them have too much thrust upon them unnecessarily. Kind of like that situation with Tim Tebow. Because of where Tim Tebow was drafted, and because the media just loved him, we expected Tim Tebow to do big things in the NFL. But even Stevie Wonder could see Tim Tebow sucked. So, yeah, we kind of do it to ourselves. All right, when we get back from the break, man, we'll wrap up today's show. I'll read more of your chat. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Oh, yeah, we're talking about Chloe and L.O. Don't go away. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play. So, you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
Let me read more of this chat before I get out of here. Oh, my gosh. Okay, my man K3000. Yeah. If you're new to the show, K3000, he's kind of long-winded. We love him, though. So I guess this is why Tree's playing this music in the background. He says, Dougie, I feel you. People love making fun of people when they get caught doing something semi-wrong. Like receiving extra free shrimp, but they don't realize that a lot of these guys are effing starving and that they're effing restricted from even signing their name for gain. You give me a damn scholarship and I'm supposed to sign over all my damn rights, all my money-making potential, and if I don't comply, then you blackball me so that I can't make it to the next level to actually receive a check. GTFOH, he did a bunch of GTFOHs. CSI, this is the ish. I'm pissed off about too. That's like dude from Ohio State that actually went to court to get the rule changed and then got blackballed and lost that life. GTFOH, a lot of them. I'm totally with you, Dougie. I'm totally with you. Thank you, K3000. I'm with me too. From sporting events, concerts, and plays, Gistix has the best tickets for them all. The owner, a veteran and military spouse, founded the company set on delivering affordable prices for all the top events. Also, they sell 100% authentic signed memorabilia and quality fan merchandise. It's a one-stop shop for fans. Gistix was founded in 2014 by 4 fun people with military and DoD backgrounds that are fans of everything entertainment. They work hard at helping fans like us discover tickets for live entertainment at a great price, providing hard-to-find authentic sports items and merchandise. And they offer Easter eggs that give fans additional opportunities to purchase unique items. Active and non-military members receive an additional discount on event tickets and fan merchandise items as a thank you for your service. Again, Gistix is founded by fans, and they listen to other fans to understand the importance of service, price, and quality across the board for entertainment, memorabilia, and merchandise. Check them out at Gistix.com, spelled Jistix.com. Again, Gistix.com. That's Gistix.com. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. This segment brought to you by my good friends from Strickland Security. If you live in ATL, man, holla at my folks at Strickland Security. Make sure your house is secured. They can get you a basic alarm system starting at like $15 a month. I mean, just to make sure that you're covered. Or they can fix your alarm system, or they can give you the big boy alarm system, man. These folks, man, they're good at what they do. They're great at what they do. They've got over 55 years combined experience in the business. Holla at my folks at StricklandSecurity.com. That's StricklandSecurity.com, and tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Okay? I saw somebody mention it before I forget. Somebody mentioned Rip Hamilton is another dude that's a master getting off the screens in the NBA. Yes, he was. Rip Hamilton, Reggie Miller, and somebody also said that Reggie Miller could beat you off the dribble as well. Yeah, he could do that too, but increasingly, I think in the last couple of years, he's the cat that just run down the baseline. They set up 2-3 screens for him, and then he's wide open in the corner for a three-pointer. So, yeah, Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Rip Hamilton, that's the holy grail of screen getter offerers. Lamar Odom, Khloe Kardashian are allegedly getting back together. Yeah. Says Lamar convinced Khloe that he would never do drugs again after hitting rock bottom. This is TMZ talking. Sources tell TMZ Lamar told Khloe over the weekend he knew he cheated death. This whole thing sounds like a freaking TV show, like a soap opera. A source tells TMZ Lamar told Khloe over the weekend he knew he cheated death, promising, this is a quote, "I am done with drugs." He also thanked her profusely for coming to Vegas and supporting him. He repeatedly told her that he loved her and that he was, and that was enough. Yeah, okay. Now, maybe it's just a conspiracy ninja in me, but don't y'all see this being like the season finale of the Kardashian show? Don't you see this? Don't you see it just developing right in front of your eyes? Like all of these little pasted little quotes and everything. Don't you see this being the season finale? A ratings bonanza, the way I put it yesterday on Facebook. A ratings bonanza for the Kardashians. I mean, they're going to live happily ever after. You know, over the last couple of years, they got married, and Khloe had to leave him because he allegedly liked the pipe. And now, oh my gosh, in a whorehouse in Nevada, he does all these drugs and Viagra and alcohol and has 2 or 3 hoes with him, and they find him close to being dead. And then Khloe rushes to his side in his last moments of life, and she touches him on the head and breathes life and spirit back into his body, and he survives. They talk. Hold on, studio audience. They talk it out, and they both come to the decision that they love each other and that they'll get back together and they'll live happily ever after. Make sure you tune into the season finale of Kicking It with the Kardashians. Just stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. And Lamar Odom, man, I blame him for a lot of this, man. How can you be from New York City and be so gullible and have your nose so damn wide open? His nose is wide open. You can stick a double barrel up that man's nose. If you're not from the country and you don't know what that term means, is he's crazily in love. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing to the point where he's just like a freaking darn zombie. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. I ain't buying it. And Stewie's, as contributors, quasi-contributors to the Doug Stewart Show, and being a Stewie, don't you buy it. Don't you buy it. Don't y'all get up people a ratings bonanza for that last episode of the Kardashians? Don't y'all do it? Don't do it. Do not fall into that trap. This whole thing was staged. The whole damn thing was staged. Now, I don't think it was totally staged about him getting sloppy drunk and having a big-ass hangover. But everything subsequently after that, where they took his ass to the hospital, has all been a big TV play. I really do believe that. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I really do believe that. I wish Tree was here today so we could talk about this and get our thoughts on it. But I really, really do believe that. Oh, we're going to see. It's true love. We're going to get back together. He convinced her to get back with him. And then where's James Harden in all of this conversation? Where's James Harden? Huh? Just looking like a fool. My boy B used to always say, you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, his mother used to always say, if he doesn't get his work, if he was in class, he got caught like doing something in class and he got kicked out of school or whatever, and his mother used to tell him, hey B, or not B, she used to call him Bubba. That's what they call him. You around there having fun, cracking jokes, laughing, you the class clown, and when the end of the semester come, you failing grade, you got failing grades, and all them other kids you was laughing with, they fine, they got their grades, but you just looking around. You just looking around. James Harden just looking around like a fool, still wearing Nikes, just looking around, looking like a fool, like a sap. How he feel about this? I mean, you lost your gal to a man on his deathbed. It's like Pop told Craig and Friday. How you lose your job on your day off? How you lose your girl to a ninja that was on his deathbed? I absolutely killed me. I don't know about y'all. Hey, thank you for joining me today on the Doug Stewart Show. Got to go see a man about a horse, so we got to get out of here a couple minutes early. Shouts out to the Tree of Life, even though she isn't here today. Thank you, Tree. Waterhead Walter, thank you for doing what you do. Assistant producer to the Doug Stewart Show. Dwayne Bassan, Gerald Oliveri, the engineers to the Doug Stewart Show. Thank y'all, man. Without y'all, I couldn't do what I do. Shouts out to my man Pink Gator for this hot-ass track. Yes, sir. And to all of the Stewies, thank you. Make sure you tune in if you can, man, and check out 2 p.m. today. The owners of BB Mobile Apps, Gerald Oliveri and Marshall Lyons, as well as 3 p.m. today on the network. We're going to talk to my man AK Equicore. Yeah. World-class athlete, former athlete, and now motivational speaker. He's got a lot of other stuff going on, too. We'll talk about it today at 3 p.m. So tune in to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network all day long, all right? We'll do this show again tomorrow, the Doug Stewart Show. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace!